Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Noreen Burke, owner of Call Clutter Fairy Home Organizing, and this is my YouTube channel, The Crafty Organizer. I love bringing you tips about organizing, decluttering, DIYs, upcycles, and crafts, and that's what we're working on today. I am blown away. You guys have been sending me friend mail and I love it. I can't think of anything more exciting than reaching into my mailbox and seeing a letter from a friend. So thank you so much for the little things that you've been sending me. I adore them. If you would like to receive friend mail, I know right now a lot of you are home alone during this quarantine. Please go into the link below and go ahead and email me your address and I'm happy to send something out. Or if you'd like to do a PenPal type of thing, my P.O. box is in the description below and I am happy to go ahead and send you something to brighten up your day or become pen pal. So please don't go through this alone. Today I want to show you how I duplicate this little card that I got from Twyla. Twyla, I loved this card so much. It looks like she got it and it was created by someone by the name of Gwen. And this, oh my gosh, I love the look of this so much that I wanted to duplicate it. Now, I'm guessing that this was made with a stamp, so I went online and I found the stamp. This stamp is from Michael's, but I'm sure you can get this from most places like Joann's or Hobby Lobby, but I want to show you how to make this type of thing without a stamp. So I've used Image Bin, IMG Bin before. It is free, but if you use it more often, it's a $30 lifetime subscription, and I find these images to be amazing. So I just looked up a mason jar, and there were lots to choose from, but I wanted to do something as similar as possible. So you just choose download. Once the download is complete, you can choose where you want to save it. So I have one for card making started, and I had 2 images that I liked. Once I have the image downloaded, I went into Microsoft Word and created a new document. Now here's where you get to really make it easy for yourself with card making. Go ahead and select the size or change the size of the paper. So you go into layout and you can customize the width and the height. Now as long as your printer allows you to do custom size papers, this is one of the easiest ways to just make your card making a cinch. So in this case mine was 10 by 6.5. And then here's my best trick for card making. Adjust your margins. Margins are going to be what makes everything centered once you print it. So go into custom, and I'm setting the top right, and here we go for the real magic. Watch what happens when I change the left to 5.5 inches. Get ready. Do you see how everything shifted over to the right? Now I'll change the bottom to another 1/2 inch. And what happens is my available space for any type of centering is just within this yellow box. So it doesn't matter what I do, everything will be centered and line up when I go to print my card. So I'm going to insert my image. And to make it so that I can easily move it around, I'm just changing it so that it's in front of text. So you can play with these boxes, but I always change the image so it goes in front of text. And now I can move it wherever I want. The next thing is sizing, and if you click and hold this upper right box, you can drag it to the size that you want. And this might take some practice, and then you'll see green lines appear once it's centered towards the absolute middle or towards the bottom. Now let me show you another quick technique with this. You can put in any image that you want. In this case, let's go with one of the images I had from when we made the interchangeable home sign. I'm just going to quickly pick one from here, and let's see, let's do Mother's Day. So you can drop in anything in Word and it will be aligned for the size of the paper card that you're making. Now another thing you can do is create the banners for the sentiment that you'll be sending. So is it happy birthday, congratulations, get well? You can type out anything you want. You can adjust the font size and of course the font itself to give it different looks. Then you can just print these out and have these ready when you're doing your card making, or if you're mass producing cards, you can just have them all say the same thing. Another trick going back into Image Bin is choose a patterned background. So often I see these stamps that have the pretty textured background. You can download this and print it so it just looks like another one of your patterned stamps and save that money and not have to buy a bulky stamp to store. So here I am just going ahead and inserting it into my document. I will print this one with my word sentiments and my pattern. And then I'm also going to go ahead and go back and print out my mason jar. And now those are sent to the printer. I now have on cardstock what looks like a stamped image with black ink. It really is that simple. Now I can cut out my sentiment, and when I'm layering these onto different cards, I can go ahead and make this look as pretty as I want. I love the dimensional look, so I usually save my foam core scraps, but I can layer ribbon on here. I can go ahead and use foam squares to give it depth, or like I said, I like using the foam core. But let me show you how I'm going to recreate the card. So I did forget to cut my cardstock down ahead of time, so let me just go ahead and cut it down to the size it should have been to begin with. Had I inserted my paper pre-cut, this step would be skipped, but I forgot. So I'm cutting it down to size. And now I'm just going to get one of my markers in the same color, which in this case is black. And now I'm going to get some little flower embellishments that I already had on hand, but you can use stickers. If you have a flower punch, you could do that. You can cut these out on your Cricut or Silhouette, but I just bought these pre-done and I'm just going to use those. So once I get the layout that I like, I'm going to draw on the stems. This is Sparta. He's making sure I'm doing it correctly. But I'm going to draw on the stems, making sure it looks like it's going inside the mason jar. Once I get the stems all lined out, I'm just going to take my glue gun and quickly attach my little flowers so that it looks like it's just a nice spring floral arrangement. What I like about doing this technique is I can quickly print out whatever image I want and then really have fun embellishing it so it looks like a handmade card. I like to use tweezers when it comes to laying on rhinestones or little pearls. I find it much easier than trying to grab them. And I just slide it off the plastic acetate sheet. And this is much easier than trying to actually peel it off, because oftentimes when you try and peel it, the glue dot separates from the rhinestones. So slide them off and place them wherever you want. Now that I have my rhinestones in place, I can go to the next step, which is putting on some cute ribbon. I chose to go with a little bit of the jute twine on here, and I'm just following the curve of the mason jar, and then I will make a tiny bow to add on top of it. And my first card is all done. Now I can write whatever I want on the inside and send this out to one of my new friends from my channel. I'm making another one really quick with the pink just to show you again. I forgot to cut it down to size before I printed it, but that's okay, it's a quick fix. So this time I'm going to use some white flowers that I had left over from a wedding gift that I made from someone. And I'm just following kind of the same idea, but playing around with the placement of them. Once I have the layout that I like, I can go ahead and get my marker again and start drawing out those stems. And what I like about this, as I already said, is I didn't have to buy the stamp, I didn't have to buy ink, I didn't have to store it. And oftentimes I've bought stamp sets before, but I get bored with the stamp sets and I don't use them again. So I don't have to feel guilty about making this maybe 5 or 6 times and then just deleting the file of the mason jar. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach my little flowers down. And then I can attach my ribbon to the top of the mason jar. I'll make a sweet little bow to put on and attach it. My second card is done. You guys, there are so many ideas that you can do with this for Christmas cards, for custom cards. I can't wait to see your ideas with this, and I always invite you to share those on my Facebook card. But here are the 2 that I made, and I would love you to be part of my friend mail, so please go in below and either send me a card if you would like, or email me your address to receive friend mail. And I want to thank Twyla again for sending me this card. Again, I have been so happy to get these mails. Kathleen has sent me mail, which I loved. I also got one from Lynn. A lot of these have been anonymous, and I would love your name just so I can acknowledge you. But so much fun to make these. And if you're an avid card maker and you would like to just share some of your blanks, I would love to use these to send out to the new friends that I have. Please go ahead and send those to me at the P.O. box in the description. Let me know what you think of this craft. If you have a large stamp collection, do you find that you use them often, or do you think that this would be a great technique for you to go ahead and expand the collection that you have? I can't wait to read your comments. Please make sure to click like on this, and don't forget to hit subscribe. I have been finding that the percentage of views versus my subscribers is way off, so please take a second just to hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing, and it helps YouTube know what kind of content you like, and it also lets them know that what I'm doing is of value to my viewers. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in 2 days. Bye.